Man, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, guys. Hope you guys have been having a great week, man. I know I have been pumping out these videos, doing these live streams. It's been lit. It's been a really good week with y'all. We're diving into a few more of Paul Ferguson's calls. We're basically done. And for all of you guys who are tired of the topic, it's all good. We have more topics coming out back to back, so don't even worry about that. We still have the Harmony Montgomery case we have to finish, and we have the treadmill case we're currently covering. This is mainly for the folks who want to finish the calls out, finished everything about the case. Anyway, we have Paul talking about his sister, and I don't know. It's like I've been hearing him talk to Trish about it. He talks to Nolan about it, and it's like he wants to get in contact with her. He wants that connection. He wants to know what she thinks about him. Her in particular, like I don't know why. I just found that kind of odd that he specifically like really wants to get in contact with his sister when everybody's like, hell no. So I don't know if there's any previous history with Paul Ferguson and his sister that he feels the need to contact her that much, but I just found it kind of odd. But anyways, let's go ahead and check this phone call out. Quite disturbing. Let's do it.
You may start the conversation now.
Hey, bro.
Buddy.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you hanging?
I'm doing good. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too, buddy.
So, yeah, that order did go through. There was items left on the wish list. I was kind of confused, and then I got the bag, so it's like, okay. Did you change the order?
No, I did it as is.
Huh, that's weird. I don't know what the heck is going on. What were you saying, though? We were about to say something.
I can double check. I forgot to check earlier. I gotta double check if it charged me for it.
I mean, if I got the bag, it definitely charged you for it.
Right, but how much it charged?
And Paul is over here telling him, I don't know if you guys remember the wish list. This is earlier on in his jail stay. Well, not earlier on. It was like around Christmas time. He had this wish list, this big list that Nolan so graciously went and fulfilled for him. And the first thing he goes and asks is like, "Oh, did you change the order? Did you get it right?" Basically saying that you something's wrong here. I think you went light on the Twinkies. You didn't provide me with enough Oreos. Like, bro, Nolan is a good guy, bro. Shout out Nolan in the comments. That's what I would say, because I mean, again, a lot of people say Nolan is a bad person or kind of condones this behavior. I don't think so at all. He's tired. He works a lot. And at this point, it's like he grew up with the kid. So it's like, what are you going to do? Turn your back on him? But yeah, Nolan is he's a little too gracious, man, because damn it, I would shit. 2 phone calls of this and I'm done with it. I got zero patience.
20 or 74 something was what it read for me.
Right, but that should have given you everything, shouldn't it?
Yeah, something like that. I don't understand. It might have been.
That should have given you everything, right? Like, did you need more? Yeah, something like that, I guess. Fuck. I mean, if you say it like that, whatever. Paul is, man, listen. These are the kids in high school that get beat up, and then everybody wants to know why. Oh, he's such a what they always say, why you always pick on the helpless? He's not even, man, these are the kids right here. They're like, oh, they beat him up for no reason. No, certain people like this fucking weasel, they'll get you in different ways. Crazy, bro. He's not even a parasite. He's like he's like a backstabber. He's a professional backstabber. He gets what he wants and then he turns his back on you. We've seen it happen with JoJo. We've seen it. Well, I mean, I guess pussy will make you do different things, right? But shit, we've seen it happen multiple times.
Glitch of the system.
Seen it happen with Shonda. I mean, who else? It's happened.
Like I said, I don't really trust the systems here. They're weird.
Right.
Did you do anything fun for New Year's?
I worked a terribly, terribly long day.
Oh, geez, that's gotta suck on New Year's. Wow.
Yeah, somebody wanted to get married on New Year's for some reason.
You had to work on New Year's? Bro, it's called a fucking event. You go into service industry, you're not gonna have no weekends, and you're for damn sure not gonna have no big holidays. Like, what is he talking about? For New Year's? Bro, people go out for New Year's. Who do you think works on New Year's? Dumbass, bro. And to think Paul worked at Applebee's, he should know. Well, I mean, Applebee's is sub-tier dining, but still.
That's a bit much.
You're telling me.
To get married before the clock struck 12 or after? Like,
Before, I suppose.
Yeah. Still, though, it's like, okay.
Right.
I'd have rather been spending my New Year's at home.
No shit.
Toasting the New Year, watching the ball drop, all that.
You and me both, buddy.
Yeah. So.
What is he talking about, bro? I'm gonna stop pausing it after this, but what the fuck? It would be nice if you were able to be home. I mean, I would like to be home watching the ball drop. Sucks for you, piece of shit. Like, what? Paul, yeah, his communication skills are just D+.
You unfriended and blocked me on Facebook, right?
I hadn't got around to it.
Yeah. Mom and Dad have already been getting crap from people. I don't want that happening to you, and Millie's probably already done the same, as of various others. I don't exactly know.
Yeah.
But I don't want you or your name to get dragged through the mud because of me.
Yeah, I know.
I heard from Mom that Millie's coming with you when you come up here.
Yeah.
So she been troubled about this, or I mean, everybody has.
Who,
but
Emmy?
Is there something? Yeah. Is there a certain something she wants to? I don't.
See. So this is what I'm talking about. He's talking about his sister right here, and he's like, I don't know if there's something she wants to. I don't know. I mean, I suppose. I mean, if there's something, I don't know. Like, he's not saying it, but he's saying it. He's like, I don't know if she wants to talk to me. What a fucking dipshit, bro. Everybody in the family is saying, particularly, don't contact Millie. She's gonna make you cry, basically. She's gonna make you feel bad. She's gonna really tell you some shit that's gonna rot you away. And now he's just fixated on her. All he could think about is Millie. I wonder if she wants to talk. No, bro, she don't want to talk to you. Why do you think she's going to the trial? So she could talk shit, probably.
She been troubled about this, or I mean, everybody has.
Who,
but
Emmy?
Is there something? Yeah. Is there a certain something she wants to? I don't really. I mean, she doesn't have to. It's kind of weird that she would, I suppose. I get the feeling she doesn't exactly want to see me.
Right.
But I sent in a kite, I think earlier or yesterday, trying to see if I could sit in on Shonda's sentencing. But on that day, you should be able to talk to the prosecutor about sitting and just chatting for a little bit with me.
Yeah, I'm planning on it.
Yep. So it's crazy.
I like how he says he sent out a kite like he's this big hardened. Well, I guess he's just preparing himself for prison terminology, right? He knows deep down he's gonna be there for a long ass time, so fuck it, might as well prepare for it. Get that terminology up to par, Sent out a kite to see if I could sit in Sean. Why do you want to sit in on Shonda's sentencing, bro? So you could be like, yeah, bad woman. She's bad, guys. Bro, Paul was the worst person. Listen, Paul is the one who needs to stay in prison for life. Honestly, if we were going that route, Shonda held him back, bro. Paul all the time saying shit like he wants to beat his head against the wall. He wants to beat Timothy up. It took me everything against my will not to strangle him. Paul, this is Paul. If anything, Shonda was the referee. Shonda's still terrible because she's letting the fight happen in the first place. But if we think about it, Shonda was like, all right, time out, ref. All right, time. All right, take him to the ice bath. Take him to the ice bath. Well, who does it, though? Paul does it. You know what I mean? All right, you're beating them up. You're starving them. All right, time. Give them some bread. Give them some bread. Time. Shonda's not doing nothing. And I know they have the whole theory about mastermind. The mastermind needs to go back and the henchmen get less time. But Paul enjoyed this shit. He needs to get the most time.
See, my sentencing's barely a week after hers.
Yeah.
Yep. And anything interesting been happening?
Not particularly. Just
work.
Relax and recover from work. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we went to dinner at a place that I applied to today so that I could talk to the manager and see if maybe if I get lucky, they'll
let
give
you.
me a call.
Yep. I don't normally purchase movies in here because you only get them for like 2 days.
Uh-huh.
When you rent them, you've got 30 days to watch them. But then once you start watching, you've only got 2 days to watch. Well, rented this anime movie called Belle. It was actually a really good one. Have you heard of it?
Belle.
I have not.
No. I don't exactly know how to describe it, honestly. I watched it like 5 times, but basically the world has like this super complex online world that's called You, that your characters are auto-generated and based off personal, and they read your biometrics and draw out the user's hidden strengths.
Interesting.
And Belle, Suzu, which means Belle in Japanese, is like this famous singer in You.
Right.
And she meets this user that most people just call the Beast, and he's like this fighter who's got like a cape covered in bruise markings.
Right.
So it's actually pretty impressive. But the one thing that really kind of got me blinking was the fact that it wasn't just virtual reality. It was like they put in a pair of weird-looking headphones that weren't any bigger than a quarter.
Right.
And, like, it connected to their nervous system. That's about the gist of how it worked.
Interesting.
Because you could open your eyes.
Paul was always wrapped up in fantasy. You guys notice that? He wrote fan fiction. He had all these text message stories. The Virgin talking about trying to make love stories and shit. All types of random weird shit. Paul has always been wrapped up in fantasy because most of these things I feel like he knows he can't do. Like he's one of them people who just kind of sucks in life. And he knows like most of these things, too lazy or just too, I feel like everybody can do what they set their mind to. But Paul, I think he set limitations to himself. So what do? You watch movies and anime and fan fiction. But I will say he did I feel like him and his brother did kind of bond over probably anime and stuff like that when they were younger. So this is why Paul always speaks so openly about this stuff to his brother, trying to like rekindle some type of like old emotions, old friendships they had at some point. But at this point, it's like, bro, you're speaking to a wall. You're speaking basically to an emotionless wall. You numbed everybody. Everybody's traumatized because of you. And I think everybody's traumatized because of Paul specifically. Like everybody kind of knew who Shonda was. That's the idea that I get. Everybody had an idea that Shonda was a monster. Her history is extensive, all the way back into her childhood. She was a bad person her entire life. She was just a bad person her entire life. That's why she doesn't talk to her sister. All that shit. So yeah, I think Paul is the one who really has the family traumatized because they didn't see that coming. They saw it coming with Shonda, but I don't think they actually saw it coming with him.
And see into the world of you despite being, in the world of reality.
Right.
And like move without actually having to move your body. It's just makes me kind of wonder just how long something like that would actually take in the real world.
Right, it's definitely weird.
That kind of technology is something that our generation will never see, you and me.
Right.
We might see a bulky prototype, but that's about it.
Perhaps.
I mean, no virtual reality headset, just connects to your nervous system, basically, and allows you into the world to see. Like, okay. But... it was a pretty good movie, I have to admit.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
So I'm not sure if you saw that text. I'm guessing it's a no-go on the $20.
Not this week, unfortunately. With
That's all right.
He got his fucking wish list and he's still asking for $20. That's diabolical. That is crazy work right there.
Enjoyed it.
So I'm not sure if you saw that text. I'm guessing it's a no-go on the $20.
Not this week, unfortunately. With
That's all right. That's all right. You've got more important stuff than...
No fucking shit, he's got more important stuff. This shit is diabolical, bro. I don't understand. I just fulfilled the wish list, got told that I got something wrong, and now you're asking me for some fucking $20? That's tough. That's kind of crazy to me.
Taking care of me right now. So...
taking care of you is important to me, but unfortunately I do have a lot of other stuff going on.
Yep. So I talked to Dad about the other day. Wished him and Mom Happy New Year's.
Right.
It wasn't him who did the care package, so that leads me to believe it was Grandpa V.
Perhaps.
Yeah, because somebody keeps putting money in my account, and I know it's not you because it's not on Wednesdays, and it's not even a little while after Wednesdays. It's been like Tuesdays and stuff.
Perhaps it is.
Perhaps it is.
But once I get shipped out to prison, it'll probably be smart not to continue putting money on there because it'll just be going to court funds and stuff. I won't even see it. Probably gonna have some sort of different account in prison, but from what I've heard, they have like Facebook and Messenger. So obviously, I'm going to create a new account, but we won't have to constantly be paying for texts with that.
Yeah. We'll figure all that out when the time comes. I'm sure it'll be different.
Yep, definitely. And from what I've heard, time there will fly faster.
Good for you.
I hope so for your sake.
Yeah.
I hope so for your sake. That's a crazy bar right there. That's a crazy line. I heard time flies faster in prison, I hope so for your sake. That's like, damn, I would feel bad. I'd be like, fuck you, bro. Shit, don't tell me that for my sake, That would crush my little soul. Fuck Paul, bro. Good for him.
Time here is slow as heck.
Yeah, I know, buddy.
It's painful.
I know, bro.
From what I've heard, you also buy the subscription once in the joint, and then you never have to do so again. Unlike here, where you have to pay for it every freaking month. Because, you have to pay for the tablet and the subscription. I'd say that's more than enough.
I would think so.
Yeah. I don't know for certain, but like you said, we'll figure that kind of stuff out when we get there.
Yeah.
One of the reasons time flows faster, though, is because there's an actual way to get into a freaking routine where you're not just sitting around doing practically nothing for hours on end.
Right.
That's basically what Timothy was doing, bro. He barely did homeschool. He was going around getting wall sits, and other than that, he would have to stay in the little room. He was doing nothing for hours on end himself. So, I mean, poetic justice, whatever you want to call it, but I mean, you're kind of just reaping what you sowed, bro. You're experiencing the same shit your brother had to do. Nothing for hours on end, and then when they were doing something, they were torturing him. So, you know. He's like, oh, we do nothing for hours on end. It's called jail, bro. Think about your past actions and transgressions and shit or whatever the fuck. Fucking nothing for hours on end. That's the point. We're draining your life away. That's the point of prison. That's not really the point, but you know what I mean.
Whatnot, personal TV, and you can actually like pick your channels or whatnot. That would be cool.
Yeah.
I think recently they created a channel where it plays anime all day, but I can't remember the freaking name of it. I'll have to figure that out when I get there. But
I couldn't tell you. I don't know anything about anime.
You said what?
That I couldn't tell you. I don't know anything about anime.
Yeah, I know you watch a little bit, but not much. You're not a hardcore fan like me. No offense.
No, that's okay. I've watched a long time ago, and now I just haven't had time.
Oh, never mind. Maybe they don't bond over anime. Paul is just a tone-deaf asshole who talks about his interests only. It's possibly what happens.
That's gotta suck. Hopefully, if you do get a different job, you will have time.
I mean, I might have time, but I have other things I'd rather spend it doing than watching anime. But to each their own.
Yeah, I suppose. That was one of the reasons I partially used to enjoy having Fridays off, because Shonda wanted me to take care of Gabriel. That was before Timothy came into the picture. But I'd get Fridays off to take care of Gabriel, and Fridays was when new episodes of MHA came out. Anyway. Nothing too interesting has happened here. One of the guys got taken to security after he broke one of the shaving razors into pieces and flushed it down the toilet. Almost got his bunkie in trouble.
Interesting.
Yeah.
His brother is so unapologetically dry, bro. He hit him with the interesting. Yeah. That was interesting, wasn't it, Nolan? That was mad interesting. Ay, ay, ay. The dryness on these phone calls is almost like sandpaper on skin.
But there hasn't been too much of interest. Hopefully once sentencing hits, I'll be shipped out pretty soon.
Yeah.
And from there on, things will definitely pick up speed.
Yeah.
I think we're about to get off like a second quarantine in less than a month because of a bunch of COVID claims or something.
Right.
Yeah. I swear, COVID is over with. They're just dragging it out. Maybe there might be small remnants left, but that's nothing to be worried about.
I remember when COVID was going crazy, they were actually releasing prisoners from jail. People were getting released off COVID. I was like, damn, bro. That's how scared people were. We were going to look back and we're going to tell everybody. We're going to be the generation and be like, yeah, COVID. Remember when everybody lost their fucking minds? We lived through that. Yep. COVID. What year was it? Like 2020 or some shit? 2021? Man, listen, life hasn't been the same since, man. Things have gotten just everything. Social media has gone absolutely crazy. Streaming service being like virtually in places now is like the norm. It's just so many things about regular life kind of shifted after that, and people don't talk about it. I feel like people are talking about it now because we're starting to realize it. But COVID kind of changed the timeline a little bit. Like we were going this way in the timeline of reality, and reality kind of shifted this way. Now it's a whole new It's crazy. Remember the Zoom calls? Remember everybody's like, oh, let's link up on Zoom. Let's talk to each other on Zoom because we're quarantined. That shit didn't really nobody knew what the fuck Zoom was before that. Remote working? Shit, now everybody's remote working. You know what I mean? So, yeah, COVID was crazy. For better or for worse, it changed some things with our society. That's for sure. Mental health was at an all-time down. People were tripping. Anyways, let's continue.
As long as the people are smart.
Well,
Speaking of sick, I'm feeling better.
that's good. Okay.
Yeah. Can finally breathe again. You probably remember hearing how congested I was last time.
Right.
Not anymore. That's a big relief.
Most definitely.
His brother's so fucking dry.
You have 1 minute left.
Anyway, I'd better let you go. But
All right.
I love you, and I miss you. It's always good to talk to you, bro.
Love you too. It's always good to talk to you.
I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
I'll see you soon, buddy. Just hang tight.
I will.
Love you, bro.
Love you too, bro.
All right. Bye.
Bye, bro.
All right, folks, I just wanted to stop in with y'all real quick. Drop that phone call because it's just annoying how much Paul constantly tries to go for his family members for validation. I don't even know if you can call it validation. Kind of just like support, like, oh, it's okay. You know, you tell somebody something sad or negative about yourself and that you expect them to say, no, that's not true. You're such a good guy. He's looking for that from everybody. And it's like, why do you expect this? And it's kind of crazy how he's just hunting his little sister down, or bigger sister. I don't know if she's older or younger. He's just hunting his sister down because he heard that she doesn't want to talk to him. So now he must communicate with her. Man, I'm so happy he's going to be in prison for basically the good part of his life. He needs to be in there forever. But I mean, after a good 30 years, he's going to be so institutionalized. He will have been punished. Even being out in reality will be a punishment. I'm telling you. I promise you that after 30 years and he gets back out into reality, back out into society, it's still punishment because he don't know what the fuck is happening. You know what I'm saying? So we'll follow whatever happens to him. I'm sure things will pop up in the news, things that happen to him in prison. But yeah, I'm glad you guys stopped in. I have a few more calls. Again, if you guys are not here for the Paul Ferguson videos anymore, we are definitely covering other cases. Keep an eye out for that. And for those of you guys who are finishing it out with me, appreciate y'all. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out of here.